Hi, I'm Bernard Nomberg with the Nomberg Law Firm in Birmingham, Alabama, and I want to talk to you about attending a Social Security disability hearing with an administrative law judge, an ALJ, on the phone. During the pandemic, Social Security offices and hearings are closed. They are events that are taking place strictly on the phone in most parts of the country. Eventually, it'll open back up and hearings will be in person. But for this minute or two, we're going to talk about some things that you should consider and how to prepare for your phone hearing for a Social Security disability case. First and foremost, you really should speak with your representative, whether it's an attorney or someone who is your appointed representative, and prepare for that hearing. Go over the list of potential questions and how to respond to those things. What should you anticipate? What are the strengths of your case? What are the weaknesses? What are the things that the court may really focus on that you need to explain and talk about? What will happen is typically the court administrator will call your representative first to confirm that this is the right number and confirm your phone number, which should be in their system. And then a minute or two later, you'll get a phone call. So by the time you get on the phone, the court administrator, your representative, and then you, and then the court will be brought onto the call. Don't use the speaker function of your phone. Pick up the phone. When you use the speaker function, a lot of things can be lost in translation. Background noise wherever you are will get caught up into the phone call. So pick up the phone, put it up to your ear. Listen to what's going on, because the first couple of minutes are not really going to be questions to you. It's just going to be housekeeping measures, making sure all the exhibits are in, if there's an opening statement, those types of things. Then the court will swear you in and also swear in the VE, the vocational expert. So it'll take 4 or 5 minutes into the process before any questions and testimony begin. Depending on the judge's preference, either the judge will ask the series of questions or your representative, typically your lawyer, will ask you those questions. Make sure that you hear the entire question. Don't guess. If you didn't hear it, if you don't understand it, just say that. Ask them to repeat it or rephrase it. It's perfectly fine. Make sure that as you're going through your testimony, you take your time. There's no rush. Just make sure that everything that you need to express to the court in response to the question, that you do. Eventually, after your series of questions and answers, your testimony is over, the court typically will then ask the vocational expert a series of questions, and your representative, again typically your lawyer, will be able to ask the VE a series of questions. And then the hearing will conclude when the court asks if there's a closing statement or if there's any other outstanding issues that needs to be addressed. Hearings can last as short as 15 minutes, and they can go more than an hour. Every one of them are different. But what's different about this is you're on the phone. You'll probably be at your house or some quiet space. And when the hearing is over, then everyone will hang up, and then you probably will have a different conversation privately with your representative. There's a few other considerations, but this, in most part, this is how these hearings go. Hopefully we'll get back to a point where we're doing them in person, but for now, the preference, at least where I practice in Alabama, the ALJs and the court administrators are strictly doing them by phone. We're going to have a series of these videos, so please stay tuned. Subscribing to our channel will ensure that you get future videos.